Bitcoin's flight to quality, says Larry Fink, the CEO of Blackrock. Also, massive news for all you Ripple heads. Is that what they call it? XRP Army? XRP and Roblox team up for a payment partnership. We'll be discussing that and much, much more on today's live show of Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single weekday, coming at you live from our studio in Las Vegas, Nevada. In addition to what I just said, we're going to talk about, we have our newest popular segment, Rate My Portfolio today. We got a pretty good one. We posted it on Twitter yesterday. Pretty XRP heavy. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. We also have Army Piper joining us to break down the charts. We're excited for that. I'm also excited to introduce you to your other host. His name is Big Rob.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where, unlike the other ones that happen to be stale and boring, we take that information and repackage it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we talk about the price of Bitcoin, of course, which is, we got 30,000 yet? Where's where's Bitcoin at? 28, 28.5, 29, 25.
It ain't at 30, I'll tell you that.
So stupid.
Listen, don't get all funny with the
With the what?
don't get all funny with the charts now. We got an actual chart expert coming joining us, okay?
Well,
Stay in your
funny
lane.
how? Like I'm a clown?
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Yesterday we got relatively close to opening up the club, and
Relatively is a relative statement.
so we're gonna set the club limit today.
194.
170? Oh my hair here.
You look very pink today.
My pink?
You look like the Pink Panther. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Now, I do want to give a couple shout outs to channel sponsors. Today's show, 4K stream, is brought to you by none other than Cam's Blue Wire Technology. If you want to learn how they can help your business maximize your networking, your IT, your cybersecurity, so you can focus on making money for your business, there's one company to go with, and that is Cam's Blue Wire Tech. Visit bluewiretech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Also, big thank you to Radix for sponsoring today's show and sponsoring the channel. Radically Better DeFi. If you want to learn about their ecosystem, what the exciting things going on and the happenings, and you want to play in their sandbox, visit radixdlt.com, and there is a link in the description of this video as well. Now, let's get right into it, to the funnies. We have this. Marco?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Where's my audio?
do it.
No audio.
Oh.
Great. What are the odds, huh? All right. Okay, this one doesn't need audio. So here we have this. So this one, there's certain things in life, Rob, where certain things are life hacks. Well, this might be a life hack. If you don't have the money to replace your windshield wipers, there is a way to make sure that you can see clearly out your window when it starts raining. And guys, don't knock the hustle, okay? Don't knock it till you try it. Oh man. So yeah, and I want you guys watching to look at the guy in the back seat, the kid, right? He sees the people looking over. Sees the people looking over, and he's like, oh, let me go ahead and hide my face. Oh, don't look at me, please. No, I'm embarrassed.
I had a pickup truck back in the day that the windshield wipers went out, and I was driving on a bridge when it was raining, and pretty sure I was gonna die.
But you're still here. Look at you.
Yes.
Look at you go, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Very proud of you.
Thank
you. We also have we have this. Speaking of life hack, if you're tired, you're too drunk at the bar, and you didn't bring a pillow with you, just make sure.
Oh, that's not her arms? Okay.
Those are balloons, some say.
Mm.
And there you go.
Yeah, I need one of those for the airplane. Everyone always criticizes the middle seat on the airplane. I take that middle seat all day.
Yeah,
I got a shoulder on the left and the right. So if one of them gets mad at me, I can just go to the other side.
That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
And not to mention, if you take the aisle seat, If that knee happens to creep out a little bit,
Oh,
oh my
ran over
God,
by
and
a cart?
that cart comes out,
Mhm.
hits the knee, game over.
That's right.
Mhm.
Now we have this, Robin. What's the first question that comes to your mind when you see this?
If the burger come with the straws.
Do you ever wonder, like, what other things is difficult for this person to do? Not just picking up a burger, but
Flushing the toilet?
something in the toilet. Maybe not flushing it, but
Mm.
this was pretty good. This was from Blockbuster. So Netflix came out and said, we want to open up a brick and mortar store, to which Blockbuster retweeted and said, oh boy, should we tell Netflix how this ends? And guys, let's look at this. I mean, I feel like all of us are going to Thanksgiving's right around the corner, my friends. We're about a month away. Well, there's Mr. Investor. How are your little coins doing? Are you a millionaire yet? Just being absolutely judged by our own families. But I want to tell you guys something. This Thanksgiving, this holiday season, this Christmas, you don't let them talk to you like that, all right? We know our portfolios are down. We know we're down 80%, 90%. We don't care because we're here to stay. Don't let him get you down, my friend. Don't let him get you down. All right, let's go ahead and bring on our special guest. We've had him on the show once before, so this is the second time joining us. It's none other than Army Piper. So, Rocco, let's go ahead and bring him in. Piper!
What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Hey,
Thanks for
man,
having me on.
thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys.
Of course, I just wanted to thank you for joining us, and also thank you for wearing that super awesome hat as well. How have you been, man? And how was it yesterday with the fake ETF pump? Did you make some money on it?
No, actually, I've been a little little off the market, we'll say. I actually sold off of all my Bitcoin when it was around $30,000.
Damn.
Told everyone over in my community, like, hey, we're rejecting off a key support here, and if we can't get our key resistance, and if we can't get through this, then you guys, not financial advice, but you might want to take a look at where you're holding your money, because I think we got downside coming now. And I've been sitting making 4.9% APY on all of my cash at about $1,100 a month in free money. So
Are we talking
yeah,
about like through treasuries or like a USDC? Or?
nope. Sitting in Robinhood, making 4.9% on Robinhood Gold and cash right now. So I have some stocks. I got some Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla, all bought pretty low, and I'm letting those run right now. But I'm collecting and watching the charts daily for where we get back in. So when I saw that yesterday, we actually hit some key resistance areas and bounced back down at one of the ranges that I've been watching for a while and talking about over on my show on Piper Academy. I still do stuff with Investing Bros, but I launched my own show, Piper Academy, now that I do a morning news and TA update. And I've been talking about it on there, talking about it in the Discord community over on Investing Bros. And I'm just watching. So yesterday when we had that crazy pump, it actually went back up and rejected it where I was selling all of my stuff before. So I'm still good as of today.
Okay, there you go. I do want to share, you mentioned 30K, and I want to share this. Then we'll go into a Bitcoin chart, and then we'll look at CoinMarketCap. So here we have this headline article here. Bitcoin on the verge of deep corrective move following the rally to $30,000. What does the structure of the Bitcoin price action look like? Maybe on a shorter time frame, and also maybe on a little bit of a longer time frame, maybe a 1 day, 3 day, or a 1 week. What does it look like? And is there I know you said you're waiting to get back in. Are you watching for any specific levels, any specific sort of indicators that you use? And please feel free to kind of talk to your chart.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me pull it over to get my full charts here, and we'll jump in here. So I got a couple of charts that I want to show you guys. First off, this is a Fibonacci channel that goes all the way back to the history of Bitcoin here. This is going all the way back to the start back in 2011 here. And I just ran Fibonacci channel, which is, one of the indicators over here. Like I try to teach people how to do this stuff all the time. Knowledge is profit. I tell them all the time. It's this Fibonacci channel right here. And so I placed it onto Bitcoin here, and some key things that I want to show you guys, because I don't know that I've actually ever shown this to the community here on Sin City. So
That's right.
every cycle during the bear market, we've hit the golden pocket here. You got the 2 yellow lines here. That's the golden pocket, and I got a platinum pocket down here. Just so you guys are tracking, in case you don't know, that's the 618 and the 0.66, and then the platinum pocket's going to be your 786 and your 887.
Hey,
So
Piper,
going back here in the 2015 market, we had a nice bounce on that golden pocket there. That was the bottom. We came back into the golden pocket again in 2020 here, and that's where we hit there, bouncing in the golden pocket for that row dump that we had there. This was the first cycle that we ever actually went below the golden pocket. And let me bring this into focus here. I'm looking at weekly charts here, just so you guys are tracking. But we came into the golden pocket and traded in it for about 2 months before we broke out. You can see right there, extremely clean retest on the bottom of that 0.66. And then that went back down to our all-time low there that we had for this bear cycle. I've been watching this for a hot minute, man. Hot minute, probably since about October of last year. So almost a year now I've been watching this chart here. And some key things that I've been watching here on this chart, looking at the long-term play. And of course, I got a fixed range volume profile going here also. Value area low down here for a low. We just almost rejected on this candle this week from yesterday's pump off of that value area high. Our point of control from the all-time high of Bitcoin to current is all the way down to 16,675. So that is what I'm ultimately watching here, but I think that some key things are going to take place here. And here's how this plays out for me. We've got the support line coming in at about 25,200, tested there for support, tested there for support. However, what I've been telling people now since about September 11th here on that week was that this 786 of the platinum pocket was going to be crucial to hold. If it did not hold, we were going to be trading within the platinum pocket area here. And so one thing that I'm going to be watching here, and you can see that since we bounced off there, it's almost been an angle up with that 786 linear line there. So what I'm going to be watching for is if we break down onto this and we retest it and we don't get support on that 25,275 range right there, I'm going to be watching for us to come back down and see how this plays out with the point of control and the 887. I don't know that the 887 is going to be strong enough if people want to bring this all the way back into the range of the point of control. This is the most bearish scenario that I can imagine on this, and we'll get into some more closer timelines on the short-term time frame here. But this is one of the things that I've been watching here is this Fibonacci channel. Not a lot of people are using this, and I think it's given us a very intriguing insight on what's going on with price action and its levels that it could bounce on.
Hey, let me
another one.
Hey, Piper, let me.
Do you have a question on that?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question,
Go
because I try to keep in mind, maybe we have some people that are watching that aren't familiar with terms like golden pocket, platinum pocket. And we hear analysts talk about the golden pocket all the time. What is the significance of the golden pocket, and why is it such a mainstay in the narrative, a lot of the TA experts out there?
Okay. Yeah. So the golden pocket, it's so the Fibonacci sequence, okay, which isn't present in everything. It's present in seashells and flower designs. It's the exponential growth outward of multiplying on the curved range, and then you can look it up. It's a whole scientific geometric growth of lines going outward, and it keeps a circle, right? It's that 0.618 is that curvature delineation off of the growth of a circle being just a ring versus growing outward, right? So the 618, the 0.618 to the 0.66 is typically where we see price reversals occur at on charts. Interesting thing here. I'm going to share a little philosophy with you on this real fast. If it's present in all these things like flowers and the galaxy shapes and the seashell shapes and all that, and it still takes place and occurs on charts on the same ratio numbers, would that not mean that we're all buying and selling pretty much at the same time, like a program, like a biological computer? I'm just saying. Just
Okay,
saying.
that's interesting. Maybe we do have aliens. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying. But yeah, so that's why it's relevant on that. And then the platinum pocket that I showed on the chart there, that is when the golden pocket doesn't hold and it breaks through. That is typically where you see the next play at on the that's where you typically see the next play come out for a reversal. So that's why I'm watching this platinum pocket right here so closely. I want to make sure that this is going to hold since we did break that golden pocket there. So that platinum pocket of the 786 to the 887 is going to be key for reversal since the golden pocket has, played out back last year. So
Okay. Now you gave us the bearish scenario, right? What's a bullish scenario for Bitcoin? Let's say by the year end.
okay. So, we got here April, sometime next year, March, April, we're going to have the next halving. That's what that dash yellow line is there. Let's say that this 786 does hold as support here. We are already seeing that 25 to 75 is a very strong line there. So why not say that the 786 just keeps riding this up like it's been doing through here? If we stay above the 786 heading into the halving cycle, we're at 37,600 for the bottom side. If we retest in the golden pocket range at that point going into the halving cycle, the high end on that is almost 69,000. Ironically enough, our previous high right there coming in right on line with where we'd be at the top of the golden pocket in the time period between now and the halving. So that's my most bullish scenario. I would love to see a 69,000-ish Bitcoin going into that halving cycle. So one other thing I want to show you here is the Gaussian channel. If we take a look at the Gaussian channel, this is also a weekly chart here. You can see historically, anytime that we were in the Gaussian channel's red cycle, and we can go all the way back to here. There we go. This is the previous two bear cycles ago. You can see that once we turn green, it stays green. That's it. The Gaussian channel is now in a bullish pattern. We get a lot of support off of those median lines there. Once we, rejected to get back in, but once we get in, the median line tends to play as a support range for us to bounce, and then the top of it, obviously. If we go into the next bear cycle here that we had, you can see once we got in, we bounced on the bottom there. It retested on this wick down of that candle on the median line, retested the top of it, stayed there until we started coming back in. But it was that median line. If you take out the road dump that we did there, you can see that the median line was really a strong level of support. Well, we have left the red cycle on the weekly Gaussian channel, which took us a long time. There's a very long red cycle on the Gaussian.
Oh, yeah.
We are now back down in the top band of this right now. And you can see yesterday we wicked above, but we were not able to hold above the top of that. But I am watching 25,000, which is going to be where that median line is right now, and 21,335 for the bottom of that Gaussian channel for support ranges on here. To note, if we do come down to the 21,300 range and hit that bottom there, obviously this is sloping up, so the longer it takes, the higher it will be. I keep having to adjust these each week as we move on. But just like we wicked up here, I would not be surprised if we didn't wick down here to hit that old CME gap that's down here in that $20,000 range. Upper 19s, lower 20s. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but there's a big CME gap down there that has not yet been filled. So that's something else I'm watching on the long-term time frame. But as of right now, we are sitting pretty good at the top of the Gaussian channel. I think we're going to be able to hold that and maybe get back up there. You said you wanted to see some short-term time frame on Bitcoin. Well, let's talk about this. I got a couple of things going on here. Let's go ahead and break this out to it's just a chart. Do you have something? You want to say something?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. I saw you pop up. I just wanted to make sure. All
No,
right.
you're
So
good.
looking here on Bitcoin, we've got this range that I've been watching here, and that's this red box. TA Tim over on Investing Bros. I talk to him. We talk about this all the time. I call them T boxes. Okay. And they're ranges of lower support and lower resistance, I should say, and upper resistance. And right now, we are in that box as upper resistance and lower support with that $28,000 being the bottom here. You can see it was played out very strongly here for a rejection point. A couple of breakouts through there, but that faked up and right back in. But right now, I'm watching this box, and this is where I think the range box is going to be playing out quite a bit for us. You can see that's very strong rejections there when I don't move the box. Thank you very much. With very strong rejections up here on the chart that we got wicked up to the top of this. So that top of that box is coming in at about 28,600. Bottom of the box at about 28,000. And I'm going to be watching this very closely to see if we break out of this. Some other things that I have going on the chart right here that I'm looking at is the exponential moving averages. And these are weekly EMAs. This yellow one is the 100. This green one is the 50. This orange one is the 200. So what I'm looking at here is that we had a lot of resistance under that 50 EMA. You can see that once we got above it here, that was going to be yesterday's news that was going on. It pumped all the way up there starting on Sunday and then right into Monday with that massive green candle there that left us with, 80-90% wick on that entire candle. What I'm watching here, though, is we did right before that retest as support the 100-week exponential moving average. If we come back down and we break this 28,000, I'm going to be watching closely at that 27,700 range for that 100-week retest again. Something to keep an eye on there, something that I'm watching on that. Let me pull up a couple of other things here, and I'll show you what I'm looking at on my oscillators down here. So firstly, we do have a strong buy indicator that actually printed off Monday at midnight my time, so about 2 a.m. in the morning on Chart Prime's Market Oracle Pro here. We did get a strong buy indicator here, which is odd because we also got a reversal down on the oscillator, which means that volume was starting to drop at the same time that momentum was starting to pick up. And typically, that means that we're going to be coming back down. You see the next candle here on the 4-hour chart started to turn red, and that's exactly what that tells me when I see that reversal dot along with a buy indicator in this upward trend that we had. I think that had we not gotten that fake call from Cointelegraph, thank you very much, love those guys, that I think this would
It wasn't
have
their
actually
fault,
been a red
okay? It was our
candle.
fault.
It's all us. It's always us.
Shame on us.
But yeah, we should have known better. So yeah, this is what happened here, and this actually I think should have been coming back down. We had the strong sell buy here, but this peak indicator, and we were very, very oversold here on the or overbought, I should say, on the RSI Prime. And what this is it's an RSI line turned into Heikin-Ashi candles. And you can see this literally should have been a reversal. We were starting to get flat on Heikin-Ashi. We were starting to get wicks. We went flat, and then nothing happened. We just stayed in that range right there. So I think a lot of people are holding on to what they got right now that jumped in on the FOMO. So we might actually be creating a new accumulation range in my box that is literally because this didn't go down and now people are stuck up here. So they're just holding, trying to DCA in and get their price back down. I think that is what's going on here right now with Bitcoin. If you look at the Ichimoku oscillator, though, I will be watching to see when we pull up into this green cloud down here. Typically, if we hit this into this green cloud, that is a lot of times when we do see that reversal on the price action there. So something to note, though, we did get that strong indicator. Normally, when we plays out, we get this MP, which means max profit, just like we had one here, printed it up there. Had a little down sell here, and then it said max profit there. Same here. You can see the sell off to the strong sells is nowhere near as the buy-in to the buy signals that we're getting right now. So overall, market is still looking bullish on the short term. Even the prime score, which tells you how strong the trend is sitting out on 8 out of 10 right now. So Chart Prime's telling me that things are looking very bullish still. We should have had that little pullback there, but now because of it, this trend is played out. We're holding in the range here, and we're still not even close to getting in because we're flat on here. Let me move that line that I just drew so you can see it's very flat here on that curvature of the Ochi Moku oscillator there. So as long as this continues flat, if this starts to come back down, I think that this is going to range play here for accumulation and create a bull flag for us. So that's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, brother.
Awesome. You know what else is flat, Piper, is the like button. Guys, if you like Army Piper, if you like charts, make sure to hit the like button. You know, Piper, before we let you go, my thesis is if Bitcoin sniffs anywhere near the low 20s,
Sniffing, huh?
yeah, if Bitcoin goes sniffing like those pigs that sniff for those white truffles, if it goes down to that lower 20K,
Rocco, can I get some?
just stop telling him what to do, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, Rocco, don't listen to him. You're your own man. Now, this is what we do, Army Piper. Anyways,
Thank you.
if Bitcoin even sniffs the lower 20s, I think there's a ton of buy pressure, whether it's people gearing up for the ETF, whether it's these institutions, whether it's, what Larry Fink said, a flight to quality, which we'll go over there here in a little bit. But I don't know, man. And for the whole 10K, 7K, I don't think that's going to happen. People are saying World War III or whatever conflict. I think that actually strengthens Bitcoin's kind of narrative. And you see people like Larry Fink come out and say it. What's happening in Israel and Gaza and everything. People's flight to safety. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm eyeballing Bitcoin and gold both if World War III kicks off. Last week, last Monday, so about a week ago, on my morning show, I gave 5 stock picks that are all up phenomenally well, and they're all 5 were defense contractors. So I've been watching those. I mean, obviously, you guys can tell I got a little time here doing the military thing. So I hit all of those up and gave my top 5 picks for defense contractors that are all doing pretty well. But I'm also watching those to see if they start to pull back, because that means that the sentiment is going to be shifting for what people are seeing. You can't read all the news, but a lot of times you can definitely get the sentiment of the population density by seeing how those stocks start to pull back, because that means smart money and big investment firms are looking at those big defense contractor stocks going, this doesn't look like it's heading towards war. Let's pull back off of this.
Well, so are the politicians. They're looking at those stocks as well. There's apparently a few of them made a lot of money prior to the whole Israel-Gaza thing. But Army Piper.
Go figure.
Yeah, I know, right? We wanted to thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you on. If people want more of you, your TA, we have your Twitter pinned in the comment. Where else can they find you? Where should they go?
It's at Piper Academy. It's on YouTube. It's right there. That right there, Piper Academy. And then they can come over there. I'm doing live Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going through news headlines, showing people how to do some research, because in my job in the Army I was an intel analyst, so research and looking for information to aggregate to become intel was what I did. So I show a lot of ways that people can find good source information and do some fundamental analysis on top of technical analysis. So
amazing.
Knowledge is profit. That's the motto over there. So
I love it. And thank you for your service, man. Also, on a side note here, how much would it cost? I'm sure you still have contacts. I want to get some info on Rob here. I want to make sure got all the info I need of my business partner here. Anything you can help me with there?
So Rob's in the friend zone with me, man.
Yeah,
we met in Austin.
I haven't been in the friend zone since I was 22 years old, man. I got a backbone now, So
you're good. You're good, man. No, he's and I'm glad to see you feeling better too, Rob. Just so you know, man.
Thank you, man. I was out for a minute, man. Stay away from the roast beef sandwich, in case you're wondering.
Don't do that.
Awesome, man. Piper, thank you so much. We definitely look forward to bringing you on again, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. And guys, go follow Army Piper on Twitter and go to his website, Piper Academy, and go check out his YouTube channel as well. Again, thank you, brother. And we look forward to having you on again. Take care.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. So I found actually when they do the Super Bowl picks, Octopus will grab a.
That was FIFA though.
Oh, FIFA, yeah. I think they do that for
I don't know if it was an octopus.
American football as well.
Might have been a goose.
But you ever call in the panda?
No.
call the Panda sometimes to figure out where
Only
is
time I
Bitcoin
call
going.
Panda is Panda Express.
So I have here Rocco.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong
I
with
can't
you
with
and your
this guy, bro.
jokes?
Yes.
You can do better.
You can do better.
Yes.
Really
You
can.
know, summer's nice when Rob wasn't here.
So we have
Oh.
we got Bitcoin trading sideways. We'll throw a little sound effects in here. Let's see. We got Bitcoin trading sideways, as you can see. This is 30K, and holding support. And no, we lost it. And down to 25.
That's called cascading liquidations, guys.
So I do want to give little love / hate to the chat.
Wow.
Well,
Hate to the chat.
well, we need some more likes. That's the only reason I'm hating. So when we get to 170 likes, we're over 100. When we get up there, we're gonna open up the club. For those of you that aren't familiar, you can watch David's horrendous dad moves,
Dad moves.
the dad dance moves, and yeah, we haven't opened up the club in a while. So first of all, do us a favor, hit the like button. Also, say something in the chat. If you're new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We do have a few new people. We got Simitu, Andrea, Eric Wallen, Eric JT, Crypto Agnostic, Bitali. Oh, okay. Vitali. Also, Danny G, Crypto Mike,
yes,
Rodney
Vitali.
C, C's Crypto, Cheap Like Your Mom's Crypto, and then we got Crypto Golfer Mark B as well. So to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
What about my boy Mike Owen?
Mike Owen, what up?
What about Anton?
Anton, what up?
Don't forget all of them.
Don't forget that.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't forget.
I want to go over this here. So we had Larry Fink, CEO of Blackrock, the largest asset manager in the world, the person that the U.S. government called on during the 2008 Great Financial Crisis, said, help us bail some of these banks out. And this is what he had to say. He was asked about yesterday, the false news about Bitcoin ETF, what happened to the price. We all thought it was because people thought it got approved. Larry Fink has another narrative that he wants to share with you. Well, let's hear what Mr. Blackrock himself has to say.
Right to quality. We're hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Do you agree, Robin, that there's a few things to unpack there. The first one is he says yesterday pump was not the speculation on the spot ETF. It was a flight to quality. I disagree. But I do agree with him that during times of conflict, people are going to look at Bitcoin the same as they look at safe haven assets like treasuries, gold. And I think Bitcoin will be a newcomer into that basket of narrative goods. What are your thoughts there? What are your thoughts on
I don't think he was referencing the candle. And in his world, in the stock market, a 5% move is pretty significant. And we see Bitcoin will move 5% quite often. And I think the man essentially, here, take a look at the 1 week chart here on Bitcoin. You can see that just 4 or 5 days ago, or 3 or 4 days ago, we were at 26,000. Now we're at 28. And that's pretty significant in comparison to traditional stock market. And so I think that's what he's looking at. Candle aside, he's saying, hey, people are buying Bitcoin, they're adopting Bitcoin, they're accumulating, well, because there's global uncertainty and people are just trying to move into commodities and also treasury bonds. That's why he referenced gold. Basically, hey.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah.
That Bitcoin is part of that basket now?
Yeah. I mean,
okay, so
that's what we do our show on, right?
Correct.
This is,
but some people are still not subscribed to that idea.
Yeah, traditional finances. But every time you see something like this, every time you see, I mean, how many boomers are watching CNBC? Was that CNBC or Fox?
This one was Fox Business.
Fox, yeah. I mean, how many people are watching that have zero exposure to crypto, that take notes when Larry
Larry
Fink,
Fink
yeah,
speak,
when
yeah.
Larry Fink is talking, and when he's basically validating Bitcoin. Because here's the thing: you go to a restaurant, you go hang out, you're at a family gathering, you bring up Bitcoin, and you're usually shunned, and you're like, hey, the hell are you talking about? Like, are you stupid? And I think that this just basically legitimizes it. You're watching Fox News or CNN, and you see the likes of BlackRock coming out and saying, "Hey, Bitcoin is here. People are adopting it. It's a safe haven asset." And hey, in global uncertainty, maybe the dollar isn't the right move.
Let me ask you this question. If that is true and global tensions get worse and Bitcoin is a flight to safety, what's the potential of Bitcoin?
I think you get volatility. I think that we want to easily assume that everyone's gonna freak out and try to get something that can't be confiscated. I think it's more of a transition. I think that people are going to move into gold. They're going to move into the dollar. I think that foreign nations that are in a war torn area, I think you're either going to move into the dollar, you're going to move into commodities, particularly gold. I think you're going to get a smaller percentage of Bitcoin, obviously, but I think that number is going to grow and that people are going to be more receptive to it. And as things just absolutely collapse in certain nations, because it's not going to stop. Now, whether or not we have World War III or if this escalates into some crazy geopolitical mess, I don't know. But what I am certain of is that governments are going to collapse, financial infrastructure in other countries are going to collapse, and as these things happen, there's a no-brainer answer, because you can't just go readily buy gold. If you're in a third world nation and you have life savings, and all of a sudden the central bank is not letting you withdraw, and you have an opportunity to move your money into a commodity, I think that Bitcoin makes the most sense because it can't be seized, it can't be confiscated.
Decentralized, baby. No trusted third party. Speaking of Bitcoin, so this is a tweet from James Seifert. Multiple people asking and have seen some older versions being circulated. Here's what the dates currently look like for the spot ETF. And let's just show it here. So everything in the red has already been delayed. Okay. The next big day, the next big day is going to be November 17th, which is going to be Hashdex's ETF and Franklin Templeton's ETF as well. And then the second deadline for the likes of Global X Hashtags is also November, January. But if you're looking for the big ones, guys, BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, VanEck, you're looking at January 15th. Although the SEC has until this Friday to decide, the courts have until this Friday to come to bring down a final ruling on the grayscale decision. Since the SEC did not appeal, what will the courts say then? Will they say you have to approve it now? Will they give them a window? Who knows? It's definitely still possible that we see a spot ETF get approved by the end of the year, or as Robin said yesterday, maybe in the next, 24 hours is past now. Maybe in the next 24 hours.
I said 48 hours.
Yes, but you said that yesterday. So 48 minus 24 is 24.
I think that is, I think that it could be this week, bro.
Also, Robin.
Halloween will come early.
Also, Robin. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC.
I read this
yesterday.
Is the SEC. I read this yesterday, and I'm like, you guys are trolling.
You guys are funny.
You guys are trolling.
The best way to get information that you really want answers to, but can't.
That is a damn lie. Gary Gensler goes to Congress to testify under oath, and they're trying to get some information from him. Hey, is this a commodity? Is this security? That's Gary Gensler not answering. Okay. Okay. That's what dude's doing. And so, what do we heard? Lack of clarity. Everyone goes to the SEC to figure out, hey, how do I sell crypto? How can I on and offboard crypto? How can I offer a crypto product? And they get no answers. They literally,
Warren Davidson calls it Hotel California, where they say, come in and they don't let you go.
And the thing is they literally give zero information on crypto. And this is a slight. They say, hey, you want some crypto information? Come to us. No, absolutely not.
No,
you were so wrong.
You're wrong, and we don't like your cat because the cat looked weird. I want to show this headline. And why am I showing this headline? So India accused of US dollar rupee trade manipulation. We hear, and obviously manipulation, guys, I don't think anyone's for it. It happens. It happens in every single market. It's just you only hear about it on mainstream media when it's manipulation in the crypto markets, but you have entire countries that are manipulating other countries' currencies to prop up their own currency. And so you have the country of India here, who was massively manipulating the US dollar rupee trading pair to prop up their own currency, which is the Indian rupee. So don't get sensationalized by mainstream media news and, we're ripe with manipulation. Yes. Does manipulation happen? Absolutely. Does manipulation happen on the stock market? Yes. Commodities market? Yes. On a global level? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Robin, anything to add before I move on?
Love India.
Me too.
There you go.
I love their food. You see that video that that guy, the white guy, was in his car, first time trying Indian food? Was blown away. It went pretty viral.
No, I didn't see it.
Let's not mention viral and food together. Too soon, bro.
In the same sentence.
Too soon.
Oh man. All right. Let's take a look at where Bitcoin was. Take a look at real quick where the rest of the crypto markets are. So fear and greed coming in at 47, which is still considered neutral. Trading volume up to 50 billion. So we went back up. Wait, what? Top community post. I was like, what is this? Cryptosaurus. And then we have market cap nearing that 1.1 trillion, but still under. ETH coming in at 1569. ETH has been bleeding ever since their futures ETF went live. Interesting. BNB at 211. XRP, we got big news from them today at 49 cents. Solana, $24, up 10% over the last 7 days. The biggest gainer in the top 10 over the week time frame. Cardano under 25 cents. Doge and Tron round out the top 10. And to take a quick look at the crypto bubbles, Hex is pumping 17.5% in the green. Kaspa up 7.3%. OKB and everything else is pretty red. Sui down 7%. SHIB down 2%. Clayton Network down. Uniswap, we got some news on that as well. Ocean Protocol, Elrond, and Phantom, which saw a hack to their team wallet. Just hacks on hacks on hacks for Phantom, eh? Rob, anything stand out here before we move on to rate a portfolio?
Hex. Looking good, man.
Stop it.
Real good. I'm
Thank you.
surprised XRP is not rallying. Surprises.
With the Roblox news?
Yeah.
So in the portfolio that we're rating this week, so big thank you to all of you that submitted. And just because we didn't pick yours this week does not mean that we're not going to pick it. We just roll over them to the following week. And look, this one submitted last week. We picked it for this week. So with that being said, let's get right into it. And today's Rate My Portfolio is brought to you by GetQuinn. I just found GetQuinn a few weeks ago, started using their platform. They're a portfolio tracker based out in Germany. So you can use the interface in German or you can switch to English. But the cool thing about this portfolio tracker, guys, it doesn't just have crypto. It's got NFTs. It's got real estate. It's got commodities. It's got everything. You can segregate them all into just crypto, just real estate. You can aggregate them all. It's got a very, very clean and friendly interface. And it has a mobile app as well. And with that being said, guys, here is what it looks like. The portfolio that we were submitted is a $20,000 portfolio. And here is the breakdown. 25% of that 20K, Robin, is in XRP. Now, I do want to mention, this is Rob's first time doing this segment. The goal of this person is to 10X in the next bull market. To 10X in the next bull market. It's a $20,000 portfolio. 25% of it is made up of XRP, 15% Bitcoin, 12% Hedera Hashgraph, 7.5% Cardano, 6.5% Polygon, 6% Games for a Living, GFAL, G-F-A-L. Then you have 5.3% Stellar Lumens, 4.7% Algorand. You have around 4.5% Quant, 4% Ethereum, and then the rest, Chainlink, Doge, and Kaspa coming in at 2.14%. By the way, guys, I am using the GetQuinn interface here, so you can kind of see as you hover over, it kind of shows you the pie chart, shows you the breakdown on the side. So, Rob, I'm going to ask you What are your thoughts on this portfolio? With in mind what the person's goal is. What do you like? What do you dislike? What would you add? What would you subtract? And give it a rating 1 through 10.
I think that next bull market, it's going to be tough to get 20Xs. And I know that the goal here is 10X. But the thing is you're not going to be able to buy the bottom, or you're not going to be able to sell the top, right? And so if you're going to get an average of 10X, that means you got to sell into a big rally, right? You're not going to sell the exact top. And so if you take Bitcoin, for example, and Bitcoin's sitting at 60,000 and you start selling it and it gets up to 80,000 and you say, hey, I had Bitcoin and I sold it. You're not going to sell the exact top. So I would say that you need to 2X your goal. And so if your goal is a 10X, you're probably going to need from market top at least a 20X return on all of your assets, especially if you're gonna think about it. You're going to need 20Xs out of certain projects because some of them are going to underperform. I mean, we can look at Phantom, for example. We were big fans of Phantom last bull market, and they've had another hack. They're down. They're probably not going to get a strong resurgence in the next bull market. That's my assumption. And maybe it's a great deal because it's on sale now, because the prices are down because of the hack. But I just wouldn't feel confident with that. So now with that said,
Real quick, Rob, that's a very interesting take and unique perspective, because people don't factor in, oh, I'm going to cash out when it 10X is. No, you're probably going to take some out at 5X, at 6X. So
if you bought Bitcoin before the last bull market at, say, a 6,000, the chances of you getting that 10X at 60,000 is damn near impossible. Think about that. 6,000, you could have bought it at 6,000 for a long period of time in the last bear market. But how many people actually sold it at 60,000? And how many people unloaded the entire portfolio at the tops? You didn't.
Yeah.
And so with that said, you need to 2X your expectations. So if you want a 10X, you need to aim for a 20X. Now, that I preface all of that for the simple fact that, what is the chances of these coins or these projects moving up to a 20X? I think you're going to need more risk. I see that the leading is XRP. I think I like the top plays on this. I like XRP.
You like XRP being the top play?
I think so. If you're looking for a 10X, here's the thing. If you had Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, I just think that nailing a 20X on that is probably, I just don't see it. I mean, I like the security of Bitcoin on this portfolio. I think that right now, do you think that Bitcoin will be over $300,000 next bull market?
I think it's definitely possible. Absolutely.
Do you think you'll nail a sale on it?
I don't know.
Probably not. I feel like when you see Bitcoin at, say, 200,000, you're probably going to start selling, which now you're at a 8X. And so if you're heavy on these top projects, it's for a 10X, it's not realistic in my opinion. You need more risk. And I'm not advocating for risk, but if that's what you're looking for, I think you gotta have more big plays on this. And I'm always about like, hey, for me, I'm happy with 5X. I'm happy with 3X. If I put in 50 grand and I get $250,000 back, that's a win for me, especially in a 3-year time window. So for me, I'm like, hey man, maybe 10X is a little too advantageous, because you're going to have to take on risk. Now, with that said, I think there are some solid picks that are riskier. So if you go into CoinMarketCap, I mean, just from 50 to 100 is pretty. You got some good plays in there. You have Basic Attention Token right at 100. I think that's got a good potential compound. Number 94 on the CoinMarketCap list. I think Gala at 89 is a strong play. Casper. You have Mina Protocol. Even Rocket Pool.
Are any of those okay? But let me ask you this question: are any of those you named worthy of replacing one of the ones that are currently?
Yeah, I think you just if you're trying to hit a home run, you're trying to hit a home run on these tokens. you're essentially aiming for a 20x. You gotta.
Well, then how could you say you like XRP as number one when we?
I think it has a lot of
XRP is
potential
gonna get
for
to
upside.
10 bucks?
I think for the potential where it is, the price was suppressed. I think that XRP can have a massive breakout, especially if it fulfills its thesis and it becomes a banker's coin. It's used by central banks and it helps facilitate payments on a global scale. I think this is a very strong play. And then you got, so I like the top 4 picks. I think this is great. Even the top 5. I think what I would do is I would take keep these 5: XRP, Bitcoin, Hedera, Cardano, Polygon. You can replace these layer ones with something else. But now here, I'm not sure what Games for a Living is. This is probably a high end play here.
It's so it was partial. So the founder of EA Sports or EA Electronics, Trip Hawkins, he is one of the, I believe he's a founder or a board member for GFL.
Here's the thing. I don't think you need the bottom half. I don't think you need this stellar lumens. You're already heavy on XRP.
Huh.
Scratch the stellar lumens. I think that you are. I think the Algorand. I don't think you need another layer 1. You have Cardano and Hedera. Scratch Algorand or scratch Hedera or Cardano, and then get a larger exposure to your Algorand. Quant. I don't think you need that. The Ethereum. This low amount is pointless for your goal. And then, like the Dogecoin, this isn't even a risky play. It's a very high end altcoin. It's a high market cap altcoin. Caspa's good. And not to take on anything crazy, but I think if you took, you got 5, you could basically got about 30% here. You're looking for a 10x. You're aiming for a 20. Take this 20, 30% exposure here. And go a little further down on the coin on market cap list. Get things that have more potential to run up. And will you miss on some of them? Sure. But I think you have more potential for 50Xs down there. And if you miss on 1 or 2 of these, you nail a couple 50Xs. I think that could really carry your portfolio to where you want to go.
So what number? Give us a number, 1 to 10.
For rating, I really like the portfolio. For me, I think I would give this, I'd say an 8. I think it's a very good exposure. If I'm rating it in comparison to your expectations, I would say a 4. I think that you're not going to get a 10x with this. My personal opinion.
Okay.
And if you were to snapshot the price now compared to the price at all the tops of every single token in the next bull market, yeah, it'll 10x. Will you execute it? No.
I feel like you're personally attacking my friend here. I'm just kidding. Guys, if you like this new segment, before I give my thoughts, if you like this segment, if you like Rob's take, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. And also make sure you like the video. So for me, I have a few things that I have written down here. So I think for this portfolio, I think 25% in XRP is too much for a 10x, right? The trial doesn't even start till Q2 of next year. We don't know how long is it going to take days, months? Is it going to take a year? Who knows? And yes, I get it. And I'm bullish on XRP. I'm just saying, for a 10x in the next bull market, 25% in XRP. So let's just go with what Rob said, 20x. You think it's going to go to $10? I don't think so. Even the news of the judge, the summary judgment came positive for them. It pumped the price up, not even a 2x, and came all the way back down. Could the sentiment change once the liquidity is here? Yes. Okay. I think a 6x is my top range for XRP. So interesting. Another interesting one. So I like Bitcoin. I'd like to see that number go up because, as Rob mentioned, some of them are going to fail. But we know Bitcoin, my base case for Bitcoin is a 5x. Bare minimum, 150K, 5x. Could it run up to 300K and do a 10x? Absolutely it can. 100% it can. In my opinion, the probability or the chances of it going up, yeah, we can't discount that. Games for a Living was an interesting one to me. I like having a gaming token in here, but it's pretty new. It's been around for just, I want to say 6-7 months. Does have Trip Hawkins in there, right? That ties to Electronic Arts, which is, I want to say, the largest game development studio. Rob, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Their tokenomics kind of suck, though. GFAL's tokenomics kind of suck. And I have the thing here pulled up. So they have only 14% of their supply that is currently circulating. So max supply, 10 billion. Circulating supply, 1.4 billion. If we take a look at their token unlocks, we are currently, so where we're looking at, where are we going to 10x, right? Why is this thing not working? Get bigger. But it's stuck. Anyways, so if we take a look here, right around month number 12, so M12, this area is where you're going to start. We can assume we're going to start seeing the bull market kick off. This is around April, May, June. Having the ETF will be passed by then. You know, Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all, or whatever that saying is, the wave that lifts all tides. So, and you can see the token distribution for developers and foundations starts to ramp up right around that time. But it's for me, it's too new. Is something like Gala better, where it's an 80x away from its last all-time high? GFAL has 4 games. Gala has a plethora of games. They bought Amber Entertainment. They have Gala Film. They have Gala Music. I know the thing going on with their co-founders. It's also a risk, but it's got longevity on its side. So just know, my friend, and I'm going back here, that having 6% of your portfolio in GFAL is risky. It could absolutely pay off. But for me, I'd rather go with something like Gala. That is just my personal opinion. I'd get rid of Stellar. Algorand, you don't like Algorand. I like Algorand.
I just don't like the heavy plays on layer ones. So if you're more in favor of Algorand, then drop the Cardano.
I'd get rid of Hedera.
Drop the
for
Hedera.
Algorand.
That's all I'm saying.
And they're all ISO too. Look, you have a bunch of ISO tokens: Quant, Algorand, Stellar, Cardano, Hedera, XRP. These are all ISO tokens.
Just consolidate and just pick which ones you have the most conviction with. Say 3 layer ones, I think is pretty solid. Have a little diversity in what they offer. And
Okay, so I'd get rid of XLM. I'd either up this or kind of disperse it out. I think 4%.
Don't you agree that layer ones aren't going to move as heavily? Having a 4% and a 3% exposure, you're not going to get much return, right? If you're for your top projects, like there's no point in having a 3% exposure to Bitcoin on a portfolio, right? If you got, say, $100,000, there's no point in having $3,000 in Bitcoin, right? Kind of sounds foolish, right? Keep that perspective. And if you're going to have some top altcoins, the layer ones just...
I would like to see, and I agree with a lot of L1s, I would like to see those consolidated and maybe add some liquid staking, right? Rocket Pool, Lido. I think with institutions coming in, I think that's going to be pretty big, liquid staking. Rocket Pool is an interesting one. I talked about that last week. Also, no DeFi in here. Love to see maybe some Compound, some Aave. I think with the collapse of CeFi last cycle, I think the true DeFi protocols and launch pads are going to thrive. I want to see more Chainlink, man. I think I am very bullish on Chainlink. It could potentially be the liquidity god of the entire ecosystem, TradFi and blockchain put together. So that's interesting to me. A couple of things that are easy 10Xs for me. Gala's an easy 10X. Near Protocol to me is an easy 10X. 10X would put it at $10, which is 50% off its all-time high of 20. And then Chainlink as well is an easy 10X. For me, for this portfolio, I'd give it about a 6.5 out of 10. I don't hate it, but I'm not the hugest fan. I think 10X, for anyone saying 10X, I think that's more conservative than it is aggressive. And if you're more conservative, you got too much in GFAL. You got too much in XRP. You got too much in Hedera. I want to see more in Bitcoin. I want to see more in Ethereum.
10X is conservative?
For crypto, yeah.
I think to take 10 grand and turn it into 100 and properly enter in and enter out is tough. It's easy in hindsight, man. It is so easy in hindsight. It's always like, oh man, I should have. How many projects have you exited because you're up a 3x? I think 10x is. I mean, I know we're in the crypto world. We see 20x's and 50x's all the time, but to actually execute that with a full portfolio of 20 grand, it's hard, bro. I think it's very far from conservative. I think a 2 to 4x is conservative. I think that's realistic.
Okay. I do want to share a couple of comments from the community here. So guys, if you're not following us on Twitter, do so. Jenna X said, best one I've seen yet. I wonder why. Because XRP's number one. Redman said, I love this portfolio. Big emphasis on the ISO coins. Not enough ETH. I think the weak spot, I think that's the weak spot in this bag. So he wants to see more ETH. And then, dude, I got $50 in Luna. There was another good one here. Where was it? Mike said 7, some great ISO utility tokens and some questionable but solid overall. Little heavy on XRP percentage. Percentage-wise, I agree. And then Salin of Crypto said, I think it will 10x. Way too many coins for me to track. I'm holding 4 coins. And then real quick to wrap this up, Rob, do you subscribe to Forrest's idea of, hey, like Salin of Crypto said, I got 4 tokens in my portfolio, man? Or are you more like spread it out a little bit to kind of, weigh the negative with the positive?
I think it depends on your, if you're just trying to get that conservative 2 to 4x and just go heavy on Bitcoin and Ethereum, pick one other layer one and a slightly higher play, boom. That's it. Hands off the wheel and simple. Okay. Now, if you can stomach a couple of your, you can stomach a few of your choices to go to 0 or damn near bottom out. Don't forget, Terra Luna, FTX, there was a lot of tokens that got destroyed. And so if you have 10 tokens on your portfolio, 12, 15 tokens on your portfolio, and there are some riskier plays in there, expect, not plan, I'm not saying like, oh, maybe, expect a couple of those to go to 0. Expect a couple of those to implode and blow up.
That's why I think you need some of the more heavier, riskier plays.
It just depends on your goal. You want a 2 to 4x, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and pick 2 others, and boom, just let it ride. You're going for the 10x. You're gonna take some risk, but be ready for disappointment.
So Dave, what is it? 1 out of 10? You didn't
6.5.
say.
6.5 out of 10. I want to know what the chat thinks too. What's your number, guys? 1 through 10. Goal is at 10x. Also, guys, if you enjoy the interface, so it's called Get Quinn. We do have a affiliate link in the description of this video. Rocco, if you can pin that in the comment section too, my friend. If you use that link, guys, there's a free and a paid version. You can do a lot with the free version. I have the paid version. I paid for it. It's only like 80 or 90 bucks for the year. To me, it's worth it. But hey, the cool thing about this too is you can have multiple portfolios. Like I have my portfolio in here, which I'm not going to show. And then you can, the homepage has pretty cool stuff. You can post your trades. You can post your portfolio. You can have conversation, kind of like a Reddit. You can create a watch list, notifications. So super cool platform. Really nice interface. If you guys want to use it, make sure to use our link in the description of this video. So big thank you to Get Quinn for sponsoring today's Rate My Portfolio segment. And with that being said, guys, let's move on to some big news here. I'm seeing a lot of, got 4, 6. Anton said 3. Northwest Crypto said -10. Damn, that's messed up, bro. The highest I'm looking at is an 8. That's from Jason S. Ricardo said 7. So a lot more positive than negative reviews on this portfolio. Now this was massive news. Binance US suspends USD withdrawals. They'd halted direct dollar withdrawals for customers in the US. A Monday update to their terms and services revealed users must convert US dollar funds to other cryptocurrencies to withdraw their assets. So, guys, they're not insolvent, okay? Binance US is not insolvent. We know they lost their on-ramp, their onboarding fiat ramp back in April, I believe. Right? Was it April? Now they've lost their off-ramp. So they have the money, you just can't take it out in dollars. So you got to convert it into a stable coin, send it to another exchange, and then cash out dollars. The updated terms of use also added that dollar deposits are no longer protected by FDIC. So I would not hold any dollar in Binance.us. I wouldn't even use the platform myself. I think there's just too much going on, whether it's warranted or not. A lot of pressure on CZ and Binance. It's too risky for me. And it might not even be a fault of his own. but the pressure nonetheless is still there. And so, Rob, any thoughts on this one?
I just say don't think that it's out of the realm of possibility that Binance.us could go under
Or completely close up shop?
Yeah. And that is a separate company from the Binance parent company. And so I think it's unlikely. But what I do think is more likely is that Binance.us would close up shop and the parent company's
Trading volume has just
and
plummeted.
the parent Binance would still operate. And what would that look like for users? No, maybe you're locked out for a certain period of time. Maybe you lose some funds. I don't know. But why even take the risk? I know we're kind of speculating here. There's no I don't see any impending fire that, hey, you're going to lose your money, but why even take the risk, even as small as it could be? But I do think that it looks like, could Binance.us 5 years from now cease to exist? I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I mean, at some point, it's like you keep operating in the negative or you're just going to shut it down. And so we know Binance, the trading volume, which is what most exchanges make their money off of, has completely tanked. A lot of trading pairs are gone. And so that's something. Also, guys, big news from XRP and Roblox. As Roblox teams up with BitPay to offer XRP as a new payment option. Amid a growing interest in crypto in the gaming industry, Roblox, which is a publicly traded company, expanded its in-game purchase payments methods to include XRP. Now, it's important to note, don't look at the foot. It's important to note, Roblox has more than 200 million active users. The hell is that?
Is the blurring?
Oh,
Take care of it.
okay. 200 million active users, 65.5 million daily active users, and now XRP will be able to use for in-game purchases, subscriptions, and transactions. And then we have this to kind of couple that along. Ripple XRP investment products registered 25th consecutive weeks of inflows from the institutions. Rob, any thoughts on this partnership with Roblox, XRP? Is this blown out of proportion? You said you're surprised their price didn't pump. What are your thoughts?
Hey, what was the name of the company that's offering it? Was
BitPay.
BitPay. Yeah. I think it's headline grabbing, but I don't think that the community is going to start using XRP because let's be real. Most people that play Roblox, they go buy the card. They ask dad for a credit card. It's usually I would say that's probably how 95% of money enters into that ecosystem. And so is it a bullish? Sure. Do I think that XRP all of a sudden is going to be used as the go-to currency there, or is going to be a massive amount of liquidity and flow of volume? No, not at all. But it is a step in the right direction.
And BitPay is the same company Ferrari is going to use to accept
Ferrari,
crypto.
yep.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not discounting BitPay. I'm just saying that
I agree with you.
The users that play
Better for a
Roblox, the users that play Roblox are kids between the age of 6 and 16, and they're using dad's credit card. I got kids. Yeah,
Me too. My kids just started buying FIFA points to do drafts online.
Cool.
Very expensive. Speaking of expensive, it is expensive to run a channel and production quality like ours, which is why we are thankful for our channel sponsors. First is Kane's Blue Wire Tech. If you want to learn how they can help your company, visit bluewiretech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Also, big thank you to the top Layer 1 DeFi in our space, Radix, Radically Better DeFi. If you want to learn more about their ecosystem, their dApps, you want to use their wallet, visit radixdlt.com. Also, guys, go follow us on Twitter at SinCityCrypto1. That is where we are most active. And if you're not subscribed to the damn channel, subscribe to the damn channel. Do it.
Do it.
Also, if you like the portfolio tracker, use our link. It helps us out, all right? We got a pin in the comments section. And with that being said,
got to 150 likes.
20
20 away. Is tomorrow the day?
tomorrow.
Also, Cody M, Jane A, the Kid Common, and Manskin H.
You know what, guys? Should I threaten everyone right now? No threatening today. Guys, Rocco.
Yes, ready?
Thank you so much for tuning in today's show of Sin City Crypto. Make sure to come back tomorrow. Same place, same time. On behalf of all of us here We love you guys. Until tomorrow, my friends. Peace.
Sin City, crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Named according to your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.